That's it, y'all. It's been a little bit of a long while since your girl has made a YouTube video, but let me just tell you, life has changed so much and so much has happened. One, I got wrongfully terminated from the most shittiest job I've ever had in my life. And when I say shitty, it's not that I didn't like what I did as far as so I was in mobile case management, social worker type, mental health, public sector. If you've ever worked in mental health, public sector, you get the vibes. You're overworked. And then I was working mobile. So I'm in a car. I didn't get a lunch. I'm fucking going from client to client, holding my piss, taking work home, not being compensated for the work I have to take home. And then when I stopped doing my work at home and it started to show, I had basically, my job didn't give me any administrative time to do the things I had to do. And being a mobile field worker, I got added so many new responsibilities and no time to do them. And I expressed that I was taking this work home. And then when I told them I was taking this work home, they were like, yeah, we all do. That's the sentiment. And I'm just like, yeah, but I have a life. I'm a full-time student. I have my own responsibilities. By the time I get out of this job, going into people's homes that are dealing with severe mental illness, I'm tired myself. I don't want to relive my day by having to do all my notes and doing all these administrative things at after hours. And like I said, I wasn't being compensated for it. So yeah, it really affected my mental health. I have some clients that I love, I still love till today, that have changed my life and have, I've created a lot of good connections with clients, but I also have a lot of clients that were very harmful to me in the way that they, were verbally abusive. I've gone into homes where I've seen a lot of crazy things. I've gone into homes where I've been bit by bed bugs. Literally, y'all, I kid you not. And I remember one time, it was so embarrassing. I was training this girl, right? And she was new, and we went into this man's home and he had bed bugs. And I had told my boss, I was like, listen, he has bed bugs. And my boss was like, no, go inside, blah, blah, blah. Cause I had seen it last time and I got bit. I don't know if anybody else is like me, but I'm the type of person, if I go somewhere and there's mosquitoes, there's bed bugs, there's whatever, I am going to be, I don't know what's in my blood, but I'm going to be the person that gets bit. So I told my boss, I was like, listen, there's bed bugs in there. And he was like, oh, you have to go inside. Just don't sit down and don't put your bag down. Y'all, I went inside and lo and behold, I got bit again, but there was actually one crawling on my pants in front of this new girl that just started working there. I call my boss, I'm freaking out because obviously a fucking bed bug is crawling live on my fucking pants. And he's just like, oh, spray some Lysol and go to the next client. So not only did he not care, and it was a bad example in front of the new person that started, but he also didn't care that I would go into the next person's home and possibly transfer bed bugs to the next person. You know what I mean? That is insane. But that's besides the point. So honestly, I'm gonna be real, y'all. I was mentally, physically, and emotionally burnt out from that job. To the point where I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't eating. I was eating, but just not eating well. I wasn't sleeping. My eyes were bag crazy. I was smoking a fucking chimney. I was smoking so much weed because y'all, I was smoking because I couldn't get through my day. I couldn't get through my day without something to take the edge off. My day, every day just felt like the worst day ever of a fucking storyline where I didn't know when the ending was coming. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I have bills to pay, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to lose my stability. And I know what it's like to lose your stability. I've been in the position in my life before where I've lost my stability. I lost my job. I lost my apartment. I almost lost my car. Credit cards coming after you and just that feeling of financial insecurity. It's terrible. Sorry, this is bothering me. And so I was like, you know what? I will thug this out as much as I know I'm not well, really not well. My mind, my body in shambles. I'm going to thug this out because I don't want to lose my apartment. I don't want to lose my stability. And I'll never forget, y'all, I was having conversations, not even conversations. I was having arguments with God. I was crying in the shower and I was like, God, you love me, right? You care about me. Why? You see me going through this. You know my limits, right? You said you're not going to give me more than I can handle. If you're not going to give me more than I can handle, God, then you're going to have to take the load. Cause right now it feels like you don't know me that well. You don't know that I'm this close to fucking cracking. And I just remember going back and forth, especially in the shower. I don't know what it is, y'all, but me and God, when I'm in the shower, the shower thoughts come out and I'd be like, hello, And so with that being said, I just remember that morning when I got fired, I was walking my dog. And I was walking my dog and I was like, God, you tell me that you want me to be diligent, you want me to be a hard worker, you don't want me to be lazy, like you want me to go out here and get this bread, like, but my mind and the way this job has me, like I can't do this anymore. So if this is the route you want me to do, like, or if you want me to leave this job or like whatever, like I'm gonna need you to be crystal clear, like clear, okay? I'm an overthinker. Like you can't give me something that I'm gonna have to like decode and then I can possibly come out with like 4 different interpretations. No, I need it clear. So I'll never forget. I was like, God, give me a sign that it's not it, because I can't. I honestly can't do it anymore. Like I can't live my life like fucking smoking every 5 seconds because I can't even fucking deal just to get to the next task and the next task because I'm so fucking burnt out. And y'all, lo and behold, that morning I went to work and I got to my job and I sat there with my boss and I'm thinking, I told my job that I was gonna take a leave of absence. Before all this, I told them I was gonna take a leave of absence. And my boss was like, okay, cool, no problem. He was like, I'll email you the paperwork, blah, 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 blah. That's a whole nother story. And so I was dealing with the psychiatrist, y'all. If you see my previous video, you see that I got back on like ADHD meds and everything. And I was going back because I was like, I don't know. Like I don't like to be on the stimulants, but I was like, I'm obviously not doing a good job raw dogging life. So I guess I have to be on the stimulants. And so I went back on them, and y'all, I don't know what's in them nowadays, but they are not the same. When I tell you that I literally felt like I was like super, super hyper, and it wasn't like that good hyper. It was like a head high. It was like, I don't know. It was like I didn't even really have energy. It was just like, when you drink too much like caffeine and you just feel like that headache that like rushed to your head. It was kind of like that. And then I noticed like at 2:00, I was like done for. I was like crashing. And so the stimulants weren't helping, to say the least. But I was dealing with my psychiatrist and I was telling her that I'm also going to take a leave of absence. So I don't know. I've never taken a leave of absence in my fucking life. Like I've always been a person that I've thugged shit out and I do what I got to do. Like even when my whole life has been traumatic, to say the least. So like I'm used to like thugging it out in a tough situation. But in this situation, like I just couldn't do it anymore. And so I was like, I need help. And I thought talking to my boss that, he was going to be able to help me and understand where I was coming from. Like on multiple occasions let him know that like I was burnt out. I would cry. Like when we would have our meetings, I would cry and I would explain to him. And I'm like, I need help. I need structure. Like the way this job is so chaotic and you keep giving me tasks and you don't give me the time to do them. And I'm taking it home and things. And on top of like everything else that's going on in my life, like my dad is like terminally ill with cancer. Like my mom has like early onset dementia. Like I'm alone. Like I'm going through like a breakup. Like I've been single for the past 10 months, but it's not really the person that I'm grieving. It's like the version of me that I lost is who I'm grieving. And just all of this stuff and poverty, bitch, poverty. This job paid me nothing. This job paid me just enough for me to like pay my bills. And I still was at the point where like, I'm like looking up food banks, like I'm food donations. Like I'm not even able to like eat well. I'll never forget, y'all. I'll never forget. There was a time where I was driving home and I wanted to eat meat. I ate oatmeal that night, but I wanted to eat meat so bad. And I was like, I want to go to ShopRite and I want to buy a pack of steak. And I just want to have like steak tonight. Like, and it's not even the expensive steak, bitch. I'm talking about the ones that's like $4, $5, $6, the little ones, you know what I'm saying? The little round cut things. And I just remember crying because I was like, I cannot believe that I am 34 years old and I can't afford to buy myself a pack of meat to eat. Like, I'm not talking about going out to eat, like a pack of meat from ShopRite. And I just remember crying and I was like, oh my God, like I'm in poverty. Like I've never experienced this level of poverty in my fucking life. And that's its own trauma in itself. So to be dealing with that and then to be dealing with this job, like where I can't even, like it's taking all of my vitality and mental health. And then I don't even have any money or any resources to put back into myself, y'all, to say the least. And to go back to the point, when I talked to my boss about it, he empathized with me when I would tell him that I was burnt out, but it was more so like, what do you want me to do? You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing I can do. And that's why I was like, I had a conversation with my friend. She was like, why don't you take a leave of absence? And I was like, oh, I could do that? Like, I didn't know. I never took that before. Granted, I should have went through the right avenues. I didn't go to HR first. I downloaded it from like the ADP website and I filled it out and I talked to my boss first. I did not know that he was going to be a snake and go behind my back and like start dealing with HR on his own and like start documenting and like try to get me out. And with that being said, y'all, I just have to take a moment because I feel like the video I posted about it on Instagram and TikTok, a lot of people were like, oh, like you shouldn't have said anything. Like you should have just gave him the paperwork and like went to your psychiatrist. Y'all, I didn't know. Like I'd never taken a leave of absence before. Like I did not know. And I'm an honest person to a fault. And sometimes I'm naive and like, I didn't think that like going to my boss, it was going to backfire. Like I thought he was going to be on my side. And I know companies are not on your side, y'all. I don't know. Like I'm thinking we're in mental health. There's some humanity there, but obviously not. So with that being said, I don't even want to talk about this anymore, but yeah, I got fired. And before I got fired, they asked me to write a corrective action plan because my performance had been falling because there were times where I didn't take the work home anymore and I was late on documentation. And I let him know, I'm like, I'm not taking it home. Like, I'm not taking it home. Like I'm a full-time student. I have internship. I have notes of clients in my internship that I gotta fucking do notes on. Like I can't. And with that being said, y'all, good riddance to that fucking job. Yeah, I got fired. I'm gonna leave it at that. And life after has been insane. It's so crazy because I made a video on my Instagram talking about how like before I got fired from this job, I had made a commitment to stop smoking weed. I made a commitment to start eating healthier for the first 30 days. So it was May 1st, right? May 1st, I stopped smoking weed. I was eating like no carbs, no sugar. Like I was eating really healthy and I was doing 10,000 steps a day. And I started feeling really good. I noticed all these changes, but like obviously the one thing that was like draining my fucking life, because it's like having a plant and you're giving it sunlight and you're giving it water and you're giving it this, but it's like in rotting fucking soil. You know what I'm saying? Like the plant is sick. And I feel like with me getting to a healthier place and like really working on myself, I feel like it was God that really like was like, the last thing, this shitty ass job, we're gonna take that away from you. And at first it was scary. It was fucking scary because I did not know what was going to happen. Y'all, I have an apartment. I have my car. I have my dog I have to feed. I have me. Fuck me, my dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a life. It's not much. It's very impoverished, but it's my life. And y'all, I'm so grateful for the people I have in my life. I will say, y'all, I am blessed with so many good people because when I started sharing what happened to me on social media, so many people came out and like sent me Cash App or sent me this and sent me money. And like, I had no idea that people were going to step up for me in that way. Like when I posted, I just wanted for people to know like what I was going through because I'm very avid on social media. And like, I feel like social media is like my open diary and like, y'all are my people. So like when I'm going through stuff, like y'all going to be the first one that know, you know what I mean? And it wasn't for me looking for help or anything like that. When people came together and started sending me stuff, y'all, I'm gonna be real. Like my pride started fucking with me because I was like, I'm not great at receiving. When someone wants to do something nice for me, I feel like a sense of guilt and fear. I feel like that's what comes up for me. And it's really hard to shake that. And I don't know why. I think it's because like when I was young, honestly, my mom, like my parents in general, but mostly my mom, I feel like she was so prideful. Like she always needed to act like she didn't need anything. So like when we were kids and like we went somewhere and someone was like, oh, are you hungry or would you like some of this and that? My mom would be like, no, she's not. No, she don't want that. No, she just ate. And like, I never had autonomy to like be accepting of anything that anyone gave me. And then on top of that, like My dad was a person that, like, if he did give you something, you will never forget it because he will always remind you of it the next time he needs something, or the next time you don't do something that he wants you to do. Like, it's strings. Everything came with strings. So I feel like the pride comes from my mom, and then like the fear comes from my dad, because the fear of like someone having expectations of me after they help me, you know? But I feel like I really sat with God, and God was just like, listen, I use people to help each other. Like, you guys are supposed to help each other. Like, you know what I mean? And I was able to like put down my pride, accept the fact that it was my turn to be in the seat of like being helped. Think about all the times where I helped people and how karma comes full circle, and like, it's okay. It's okay to receive, and it's okay to be down bad. Like we all have our seasons when we're down on our luck, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Even though in the beginning it does feel like shameful and stuff, but when you really start looking at shit and like, I don't know, I guess when you get older, and I think also like when you go through a certain level of like poverty, I just feel like the more poverty you go through and the more struggles you go through in life, I just feel like there's less and less to be embarrassed about. Like, life just starts getting real, and you can't be embarrassed of your real fucking life. Like, this is life, you know? So with that being said, y'all, I received a lot of help that allowed me to keep going, and kind of maintain myself before my unemployment got approved. Now my unemployment now is approved, so I'm good. But I just feel like God and like the people I love have like sustained me, and I feel like it's a lot. I feel like I'm talking and I'm like processing at the same time, because honestly, I shared in bits and pieces on social media, but I haven't done like long content to really like talk about it and really like get it out there. But it's been a fucking journey. But I will say, the day that I got fired and I made that post and I was crying and I was about everything that happened to me, in the end of that post, I said that I was gonna start my content creation journey, and I was like, fuck that job. Like, this is meant for me. Like, I'm gonna do my journey. I'm gonna do my content creation. I'm gonna put myself out there, and I'm gonna really take a chance on myself, because this is what I wanna do. Because honestly, before I got fired, I was already starting my content creation journey, and I was posting, and it was growing. It was growing slowly, but it was growing. But that video really like boosted everything. And then from there, I just been so consistent with it. And y'all, guess what? Your girl has reached 10K followers on Instagram. And I know it's not a lot for some people, but for me, that's a lot, because I'm not out here like showing culo. I'm not out here like doing nothing crazy. I'm not out here doing nothing trendy. Like, I'm literally just being my fucking self and sharing my story. And the fact that y'all fuck with me, for me just being me, do you know how validating that is to me as someone who's felt misunderstood her whole fucking life and has always felt like she was too much? And it's like, when you feel like you're too much, you don't know where to squeeze yourself into. You feel like you have to be a different person for every fucking occasion, because you rub people the wrong way sometimes if you take up space. Like, when you're the person that's too much, you end up watering yourself down a lot, and then you end up being like really observant, and then giving other people the room to like be themselves. And they love that they can be themselves around you, but like, not many people give you the freedom to be yourself, because yourself is too much. It's too weird. It's too talkative. It's too much energy. It's too passionate. It's too crazy. It's too everything. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying I don't have like spaces where I feel free or people that I feel free around, but I will say like the spaces and the people are very limited. And luckily, I'm in a healing stage in my life where I'm starting not to give a fuck what people think. I'm starting not to give a fuck if I'm too much or I'm not enough or whatever the fuck, because guess what? Like, I'm learning to take up space. I feel like I've been in my shell, in my bubble, in my cocoon for so long, because I've been so hurt by people and life that I lost touch with my true vulnerability, which is like, vulnerability is me sharing myself, like sharing what's in my heart, like sharing myself without feeling like I'm gonna be judged. And if I am gonna be judged, who fucking cares? You know what I'm trying to say? And I lost that part of myself. And now like this journey of like sharing and like putting myself out there, it's healed me in that way. And I just want to say that, like, I honestly feel like a new person. Like, I feel like I've been brought back to life. Like, since being fired and having this time to like put into myself and just like get myself back together and kind of like be on this journey of like burnout recovery, I feel like a new person. Y'all, if you were to go watch my older videos and like look at my face, look at my skin, like look at my eyes, like look at everything, like you will see like how tired I looked and like how I'm not the same person. Like, I've changed so much, and I'm so grateful that God has given me this time to get myself back together, y'all, because I lost touch with who I was. I lost touch with my creativity. I became bitter and cynical, and I just felt like if this is life, like I don't want to be here. And that's not me. That's not who I am. Like, I'm such a vibrant person, and I feel like I don't know, y'all. I don't want to get emotional or anything, but I just want to say, like, I'm glad that I'm back. I'm glad that I'm back. It's been a journey, and the journey continues.